And hello, horse racing fans. I'm track announcer Ed Meyer, and welcome to Belterra Park, Cincinnati on this beautiful rainy day here. We got a little bit of splashing out there. It's a great day to be a duck and a great day for thoroughbred racing action. There's a lot of biases, so you're definitely going to want to keep an eye. When it rains, sometimes the track really kind of shakes out. If they were closing, it could be speed, but that's the best part of racing action. It's always changing. We adapt, and we're ready. And joining me is my co-host, my friend, and my handicapping better racing specialist, Miss Ashley Holliday.
Well, thanks, Ed, and thank you to everybody joining us today. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of rain in the area. It has arrived, and I don't think it's leaving anytime soon. So looks like we're going to be putting up with the rain all day today, but still looks to have 8 decent, really nice races on tap. So hopefully everybody has a good day today. Let's get rolling with the first race. We are a $5,000 beat and claimer for horses that have non-won 3 races in their life. For me in here, I'm going to go 3-1-4. 3-1-4 for me. I'm going to put the 3-0 Sagano on top in here. What I like about this horse, his last 3 starts has been over at Churchill Downs. Today, coming into Belterra Park, we know horses from Churchill do really well here. Dropping from the $10,000 claimers of Churchill to our bottom claiming class here at Belterra Park. Hard to overlook that. Is getting both class and some distance relief today. I like the Equibase comments on him. Empty, faded, weakened, wind going a mile. The shorter distances, we kind of see his comments a little bit better where he's, they're saying evenly, just missed. Second best, far back, but did show improvement. So I think getting the distance relief today is going to help. Sonny Leone up in the irons. That's always hard to overlook. I like Blue Bank for second in here. Last 2 starts were winning ones. And then for third, I'm going to throw in the 4, Pull Me Back. I don't love using horses first start off a break, but however, this horse does show working some decent halves twice in June. So for me, I'm going to go 3-1-4. How about you, Ed?
I'm going to go 1-3-5 in here. We're going to go 3/4 a mile, 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000 non-winners, 3 lifetime in here. I got a Blue Bank, and the rail is winning at 25% of the time. And on a rainy day, it could be even more effective. Sometimes horses, they'll actually kind of fade out, and they'll be in about the 3 path, but that 1 path is actually perfect. They find the best part of the track. It's not too deep. It's just right, and speed can really be devastating. The old rule of thumb with the old tracks used to be once it rained, the faster it actually got. But I like Blue Bank with Luan Machado winning 19% of the time. For trainer Eduardo Caramori, as I said about the rail, could be the magic place to go. This Royal Gutta Son of Cantheris is looking for 3 in a row. And the comment line from Equibase, all out wide effort. Machado was getting him done. He was on the far outside of the course and was really rolling here today. My second choice is the 3, and that is O Sagano. Ashley touched on that. 3 out of 4 in the money here at Belterra Park. Taking a big drop down in class, dropping down 2 class levels. That is really impressive here. A route to a sprint, I think, is going to be the big difference in Churchill Downs to Belterra Park. Maybe a little bit of class relief in there. And then I end up with number 5, and that is Dirty Justice. Rafael Mejica Jr. for Gary Patrick. Patrick has had a little bit of layoff here, 9 months. I'm going to call this well-rested. And the first time with a trainer, with a claiming train, I'm going to get that right. The first time out with a trainer in the claiming ranks, Gary Patrick wins 23% of the time. I'm a big fan. And also Dirty Justice X is a key race. 2 winners from 6 starters. That means from the last race, 6 starters have come back, and 2 of which have won. So that denotes as a key race and something you want to keep in your top pocket. For me, 1-3-5 in today's opener.
Moving on to race 2. This is an allowance race for fillies and mares, 3 and up, non-3 races in their life. Ed, I think we have a few scratches in race 2.
In fact, we do. Let's scratch the 1 part of the entry, My Good Fortune. Scratch the 1, My Good Fortune, and I believe you have the 5, Adma, correct?
The 5 Adma is going to be my second choice in here.
Oh, that's your second choice.
Yes.
here I am.
My big circle here, my big circle.
I got caught peeping over, and I saw this line through there. I said, wait a minute, that's not a scratch. The only scratch
He's
in
cheating.
today's...
He's copying. That's what he's doing. He's copying off my paper.
Any way you can win, take it. Scratch the one part of the entry, My Good Fortune, from today's second race. Allowance event for fillies, mares traveling 1 mile, and we've got a field of 6 going posted. Ashley, lead us on.
For me in here, I'm going to go with the 251A, 251A for me here in race 2. I'm going to use the 2 Tap Dancing Lady on top. This filly shows stakes performances her last 4 outs, racing for purses anywhere from $125,000 to $500,000. Today, she's down into a non-3 life allowance. Last 2 starts at Churchill Downs. We know how well those horses do coming into Belterra Park. Always a key handicapping angle. Johnny McKee is going to team back up with this filly today, coming off a strong 3rd place finish in stakes company at Churchill Downs. The 2 of them seem much the best in here for me. For second, I'm going to use Adma. Makes her second start off a break since December of 2021. Her last start here was a winning effort. She was a game winner in allowance company. Sunny Leone back up for Eric Reed. I really like this filly in here, but I think just falls short, second best to Tap Dancing Lady. And for third, I'm going to throw Mira, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm not quite sure. Part of actually so now going to be an uncoupled entry because its stablemate is out. So 1A Mira for third. Malcolm Franklin back in the irons, rode this filly in the past, gets back on her again today. 2 starts back, had a really good effort at Keeneland with some really nice horses. Looks to be third best in here for me. So 2-5-1A in the second.
We are kind of close in our selections here. In today's second race, a 1 mile event, allowance event 18,000, non-winners 3 lifetime. I go 2, 1A, and 6. I'll go with Tap Dancing Lady. We got a closer here, and this is a daughter of Tabature. I think is actually going to be picking them up and laying them down the stretch. Is 1 for 1 in the money on an off track. And as you can see, the rain is falling in the Cincinnati area. 2 for 2 in the money here at Belterra Park. Trainer Ron Kale's always been a big fan. Ron always seems to pull something together very, very well. He's winning 17% on the year, 56% in the money, and shipping in from Churchill Downs. There was some graded running in there. The grade 2 Edgewood, and actually I think, as you like to refer to it, as a little bit of class relief. This is a hot jock, and they are sharp and ready. This might be one of my top plays today with Tap Dancing Lady. John McKee's winning 28% of the time. My second choice in here is the 1A Maira. Phil Sims is winning 44% of the time. Trainer Phil Sims, 1 for 1 in the money here at Belterra Park. And if you take a look at the last run, was a beaten favorite, ran second. But today we're switching riders from Jack Gilligan to Malcolm Franklin in town, who's winning 29% of the time here at Belterra Park. Prior to that was at Keeneland. So that's my second choice in here is Maira. And then I go out to the 6, and I come out with Victoria's Dance. And Victoria's Dance, Francisco Ramos, were 1 for 1 here at Belterra Park. Last time out was a very nice winner indeed. You know, shipping down from Florida with Gulfstream Park, and that's always kind of a maybe change of scenery angle can maybe make all the difference in the world. Today we're getting a nice wet track here, a little softer, maybe a little gooey, but I'll tell you what, I think the change of scenery is going to do really big things here. So those are my selections in today's second race, the 2, 1A, and 6. And before we go any further, I'd like to wish best of luck. We'd like to wish best of luck to Sunny Leone, who's riding in the Indiana Derby on Saturday aboard Fowler Blue. Good luck, Sunny. It's going to be a sunny day in Indiana.
I sure hope so for him, Ed. That would be amazing. So now we're moving on to race 3. We are off the turf today, so we do have a number of scratches in race 3 as we are coming off the turf and will run on the dirt.
Let's scratch the 1, Maquamat, the 5, Matthews 34, the 6, Better Dasher, the 7, Bad Joke Woke Folk. Say that one real fast.
Bad joke, woke folk.
Very good.
I don't know if I could be an announcer and say that during the mile that many
you're
times.
You're halfway there already. And Little Red Rifle is out as well. The 1, 5, 6, 7, and 9 are out. We are off the turf. Today's third race to be contested at 1 mile and a 16th on the main track. Miss Ashley?
All right, Ed, in here, I'm going to go 10-8-3, going to go right to the bottom horse. number 10 for the win. The things I like about this horse, beat just ahead last time out here in this same class, going a mile on the dirt, is back on the dirt today, going a mile. For me, second start back off a break since April. We know that second and third starts off a layoff is always when the horse is getting back into its sharpest, best form. So I look for it to be even better than it was out its last time out. Only 4 lifetime starts total. Still a little bit green. Maybe his confidence was down a little bit running in against some better horses. Found a softer spot last time out. Did have a good, strong second place finish. I think looks to be much, much better today. So I am going to use him on top for second. I'm going to go with the Blue Bonsai. Coming in from Churchill Downs, big class drop from the 40,000 maiden claimings down to the 12.5s here. Has been running against Maiden Special Weight Company. Third start off of a break since March. Consistent works every week since May. Ran twice in June. Fitness should not be an issue. Looks to be right there with the rest of the field today. And for my third place choice, I'm going to go with Dudley, the 3-horse, another horse coming in from Churchill Downs. Hasn't really been on his best game, best effort his last 2 starts out. Lands in here with a little bit of softer company today. I expect a much better performance out of him, and I imagine he's going to be right there with him. So for me in race 3, I'm going to go 10-8-3.
I'm going to begin with the 8 Blue Bonsai. I'm going to 8-2-3 Blue Bonsai. John McKee aboard for trainer Grant Forrester, and I believe he had a winner yesterday with Jack Gilligan aboard. And the dam here, Master of the Blues, is a stakes winner. She is a stakes winner, and I think all this plays a factor involved here. Coming from Churchill Downs, going to drop way down in class, dropping down 2 times in class, 2 class levels. Grant Forrester wins 50% of the time here. I really think that this is a big move here. 8 for 18 in the money the last 7 days for the barn. John McKee is riding red hot. And anytime you ever see John McKee have a shot at the rail, oh my goodness, he takes the shortest way home each and every time, and usually right to the winner's circle. My top pick is Blue Bonsai, going to be coming from the clouds. And then I go back to number 2, and that is Get Us One. And Get Us One is Anna Mia is a trainer, and shipping in from Indiana Grand here to Belterra Park. I like to change the scenery angle. I definitely do. We've got a real nice rider with Abel Lescano. Abel Lescano is winning 32% of the time, you know, from a very small sampling overall of 22 mounts, and that's pretty incredible here. Turfway to Keeneland to Indiana Grand. Here we're at Belterra Park, and I think that the dam has 4 winners from 5 starters. I think that's a big move here. So that's my second choice, and then I go with the 3, Dudley. Michelle Doohy is the trainer, and Santiago Gonzalez aboard. We got a nice closer here, dropping down in class, and with shippers, the barn wins 31% of the time. Dropping down in class, big factor. Santiago aboard, 8-2-3 for me.
And moving on to race 4, our 75,000 Jim Morgan Memorial Tada Stakes here, going 5.5 on the dirt. What are you thinking here, Ed?
You know, in this race, before we go any further, scratch number 6, Here Comes Dolly. Scratch the 6, Here Comes Dolly from the Jim Morgan Tada Stakes. Jim Morgan, a legendary trainer, the late, great Jim Morgan, was the trainer of Tada. And Tada was actually made kind of popular when Tada would draw off by 8-10 lengths, and the late great Kevin Gomer, the announcer, by golly was he good, and he'd say Tada, and it was a lot of fun. Jim Morgan was a trainer. It's going to be a great race. We're going to sprint 5.5 furlongs for 2-year-old fillies here. Scratch the 6 in here. Miss Ashley?
All right, in race 4, I am going to go 1-5-3. This time I'm going to go right to the rail. I'm going to put the 1-horse Lady Lottie on top. Jason DaCosta, trainer, Yarmarie Correa in the irons today. This horse was a winner its first time out at Thistle Downs, going a 5.5 distance, won by 5 3/4 lengths. I love the Equibase comments, and this is just something I want to touch on. Always look at the Equibase comments. These guys put in a lot of work and a lot of effort in making these charts really accurate for your benefit. So definitely take note of that. But I love the Equibase comment here. Much the best. Look at the bullet work just a week or so ago at Thistle Downs. Comes in today in great form and off a win. I expect a very good performance today and lands herself in the winner's circle. For second, I'm going to go with the 5, Back to Ohio. Another horse that also was a winner its first last start out. Equibase comment again, stalked, drew off. That's something to pay attention to. I expect her to be right there, eyes on the top of the pack as they're coming here for the wire. Lady Jasper, that's where I'm going to go for third. I'm going to go down to in the middle of the pack, the 3-horse. I don't love using first-time starters, but however, to me, the works at Thistledown recently look nice to me. I don't think she has enough to win this against this group, but I expect her to round out for a nice third-place finish. So for me in the fourth, I'm going to go 1-5-3, Lady Lottie on top.
I'm going to go 5-2-1. I really like Back to Ohio. Eric Barbrand in town to ride here. He's winning 17% on the year, 47% in the money. I went back and watched the replay of her last race, this Steero filly by Midshipman, and Midshipman has been just on fire with first-time starters, wins 14% of the time, and did not disappoint. It was at Presque Isle Downs on the synthetic. Sometimes a switch to the synthetic back to good old Mother Nature dirt, or maybe a little bit of mud today. But I think Back to Ohio can be that versatile runner who can grab the lead or lay just off the speed here. And with trainer Larry Ravelli, that really drew my confidence, my antennas up. This is my real best part of the day here for Back to Ohio. If you get anywhere near that price, bet early and bet often. With non-graded, Ravelli wins 31% of the time, and going all-weather to dirt, he wins 28% of the time. The Dam Stakes place, 5 starters, 4 wins. Back to Ohio, I can't say enough. But onward we go to my second choice with Sparkling Jewel from the Tim Ham barn. This Steero filly by Constitution. First time out for Constitution, they win 19% of the time, which is incredibly red hot. And she did not disappoint here over the Belterra Park surface. And there's a very hot work here at Belterra Park, 1 minute and 4/5, the best of 7 that day. And I've heard a whole lot about this work. I heard it was actually better than actually advertised, which is even more impressive indeed. Luis Reyes aboard for trainer Tim Ham. And these two together get their picture taken 21% of the time. And then I go to the rail with your pick. It's Lady Lottie, and was an impressive winner, as you said, much the best. And that was true, because I went back and watched her for Jason D'Acosta, wins 23% of the time on the year. You have to really respond, and you have to really respect it here. Yarmarie Correa, I believe it was maybe 2 years ago, she was a leading rider at Thistle Downs, but quite arrangement in the irons there. I think she'll do a great job. For me, it's 5-2-1.
Very nice. And again, we're not too far off each other.
We're
similar.
We're knocking on the door.
We are. Moving on to race 5. This is our beaten claiming 5,000 for fillies and mares, non-winners of 2 races lifetime. They're going to go 3/4 on the dirt. And Ed, I do believe we are scratch free in this race.
We are clean here. We have
All
a
right.
field of 6 going postward.
Very nice. All 6 are going to play with us today. So in race 5, I am going to go 4-3-2, 4-3-2. I am going to put the 4 Mystic Miss on top in here. And my comment was, can't overlook her here in all. Very nice efforts since we opened up here in April. She's been no worse than 3rd here at Belterra Park over this surface. Santiago Gonzalez has been riding this mare her last 2 starts out. He's back in the irons today. He finds himself in the winner's circle very often. So to me, that combination is going to stand out in here with Mystic Miss on top. For second, I'm going to go with TK's Joker. TK's Joker. This is another horse coming in from Churchill Downs. I'm always going to mention that because definitely going to find itself in much softer company today, coming in from the 20,000 non-2 life claimers down into the bottom $5,000 claimers here today at Belterra. Has been working in June, did run on the 23rd of June. Not a very impressive finish, but getting a lot of class relief today. And for my third choice, I'm going to go with a 2. 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 6. I have 4. I'm sorry. My picks are 4-2-6. 4-2-6. I did not circle the right horse. So 4-2-6. So I'm using Sharp Justice on the bottom here for third. This is what I like. Shows most recent starts in Indiana. Those horses come here. They do well. Hasn't ran since June the 2nd, but has worked twice since here at Belterra Park. I expect him to be right there with the rest of the field. So for me, I am going to go 4 Mystic Mist on top, 2 TK's Joker for second, and for third, I'm going with the 6 Sharp Justice.
I think you did really well with your selections there, because I'm going to go 4-2-6. And before we kick it off here for today's fifth race, we have some programs up here. Anybody that is late arriving, if you'd like a program, they are free. Come on up and grab one. It is our way of saying thank you for joining us here today. I'm going to go 4-2-6. I think Mystic Miss, and you're going to hear it. Flag fall to That's All. I think she's been a bridesmaid the last 2 times out, and she's a daughter of Street Sense. Do you know anything about Street Sense?
Probably not as much as you would.
Well, do you remember the big race that Street Sense won?
No, I sure
It was in
don't.
Louisville.
Oh, boy.
Bill Helmbrecht is a trainer.
That should be a sign, right? That should be the...
It was, and we kind of do a little trivia back and
Yes,
forth.
we do.
But this is a daughter of Street Sense here who is 3 for 4 in the money on an off track and 6 for 7. I like to call it a bit, even though it is a mare, I call it a horse for a course. 6 for 7 in the money, very speedy. The last 2 times out, she's been a bridesmaid. She's been second both times and was a beaten favorite both times. All these are gamblers' angles. Beaten favorites, you come right back. It's time to get some payback.
Absolutely.
Indeed. And the thing that caught my eye actually was Santiago Gonzalez wins 21% with speed runners here. So that kind of caught my eye as we were both right on target with the same runners. I go with the 2 TK's Joker as well. And then I round it out with number 6, and that is Sharp Justice. And there was, been close, but no cigar. But coming in from Indiana Grand, as you touched on, for Don Fontenot and Isaiah Wiseman, he's starting to really kind of find his own here. And I'm really glad to see him in the jocks room here. 4-2-6 for me.
Very nice, Ed. So we are exactly the same in that race. Great minds think alike.
In fact.
Moving on to race 6, we're going a mile and 70 here on the dirt. And I believe in race 6, we are also free of scratches. So for me in race 6, I'm going to go 1-2-4, 1-2-4 in race 6. I'm going to use the 1, Awesome DJ on top in here. Winner in this class, 2 starts back pretty sharply. Had a decent third place finish his last time out here at Belterra Park in a starter for $8,000. Today he's down in the beaten $7,500 to $8,000 claimers. I like him the most in here, stands out to me the most in here. Anytime you get Perry Utes in the irons, Perry's been riding this horse last 2 times out. Perry knows this horse, he's comfortable, gets the rail today. So for me, I'm going to use him on top in here for second. Going to go with the 2 Subdued. Third is last time out here in the starter for $5,000. Was in a $16,000 claimer, 2 starts back at Churchill Downs. Before that, did run in Indiana. So today back at Belterra for the 3rd time so far this season. Did have a decent work last week. Should be in very sharp form today. For third, I'm going to go with the 4, Colombiano. This horse taking a little bit of a class relief here today, coming in from Churchill Downs in here at Belterra Park. We're always going to touch on that because it is such a huge handicapping angle. Churchill Downs horses, as I said, always a good angle to play. Looks to be better going a mile than handles the shorter distance back in at a mile today, and I expect it to be right there with the rest of them. So 1-2-4 for me in race 6.
In today's 6th race for me, I'll tell you what, if they're coming off the pace, these 2 runners will actually garner some respect. And that is number 1, Awesome DJ from the Steve Cannon barn, winning 38% of the time. And Perry Utes aboard, they have been doing a lot of good work together over the years. They are winning 50% as a team here. And once again, going a mile and 70 yard, the rail is winning 31% of the time. 2 for 2 in the money at Belterra Park. Second time off of a claim. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for a trainer to really kind of get new to that new face in the barn area. But Awesome DJ is going to be coming from off the pace. 3 back was running at Laurel. Comes right into Belterra, bam, a winner and a claim. And then they stepped up to starter 8,000 and ran a very good race. But as you always mention, the Equibase line here, the comment line, bit tardy. A bit tardy, which means broke a little slow from the gate and came rallying off for third that day. Second claim, I think, is a big move for me. Perry Utes with Awesome DJ. Then I go to Subdued, Rahelia Miranda for Ismael Bahina. 1 for 3 in the money, 2 for 3 in the money here at Belterra Park. Came from Churchill Downs 2 times back, came in from Churchill Downs, ran a very nice 3rd place finish there. And then I come out, I think I might have said the 6, but I meant the 5, and that is Toe Tap and Luke. You're going to see speed, and a little more speed from Isaiah Wiseman from the Tommy Short Barn. They're 4 for 6 in the money has not raced in 59 days. Once again, I'll call it well rested. I think coming in from Sam Houston 2 races back, solid works and a bullet work on May 26th. A bullet work is the best work of the day at that distance, so these all have to be factored in. So that is the end of my try there. That is the 5, toe tap and loop.
Very nice. Moving on to race 7. We're going to go, this is an allowance race, going to go 3/4 here on the dirt. This is for fillies and mares, non-3 lifetime. For me in race 7, I am going to go 1-4-3. 1-4-3 for me in race 7. I'm going to put I'm Legit, the rail horse, on top in here. Sharp winner last time out here on the 22nd of June. A winner by 10.5 lengths. Equibase comment again, well handled, clear. Coming right back in with the same type of conditions, the same similar field of horses. I think looks very, very sharp. Much the best in here for me. Vernon Bush in for trainer Paul Melanson. Even sharper, their 3rd start off a break. That's my next comment. So this horse has run 2 times since October 2021 today. Back here on July the 8th, making 3rd start back off a break. So should be in its best form going into today, and that's why I am going to use it on top. For a second, I'm going to go with the 4. Dial again, throw the last line out. Those are some really nice fillies that ran here in our Diana Stakes in early June. Did have a nice effort, tried, ran the best race that she possibly could. 2 starts back, a really nice winner here in similar company. Very comfortable going this 3/4 of a mile, 6 furlong distance. For 3rd, I'm going to go with the 3, My Best Side. Has been no worse than 2nd. Last 2 starts here at Belterra Park, in with a little bit of tougher company today than we've seen. That's why I'm going to use her for 3rd, not necessarily for the win. Santiago Gonzalez, Larry Smith, always a good combination to take note of. So for me in race 7, I'm going to go 1-4-3. What are you looking at, Ed?
I'm going to go 1-4-5, and you brought up about every possible point with I'm Legit, so I'm going to dazzle you and baffle you with some numbers here. 5 for 6 in the money at Belterra Park. That's a horse for a course. We're going to go 1 for 1 and off track. Mother Nature is reigning openly. And we're going to go 6 for 6 in the money at the distance. Vernon Bush last time was super powerful, was the odds-on favorite, as you touched on, well-handled, clear. My top pick is I'm Legit. Then I swing out to the 4, Dial Again. We got a stalker here from the Hugo Andrade barn. They're winning 20% of the time. 2 for 3 in the money here at Belterra Park. Tiago Canuto, as they exit the Ohio Diana Stakes there, way out of her price range today. I think she's really going to enjoy it. As Ashley always says, class relief, class relief. Always important. They're facing a little bit lesser of company that day. That might have been a little too tough for her liking. I think she might find a spot here. And then I'm going to end up with the 5, The Last Apple. Larry Smith and Perry Utes, they get their picture taken 31% of the time. And she is 4 for 4 in the money, 2 wins and 2 seconds. So I like that. And you're going to get a lot of speed from Perry Utes here with the Last Apple. And ran 2nd in the last race out. I think Perry's going to turn the tables on that one today.
Now moving on into our last and final race of the day. It is a 12-5 maiden claimer going 3/4 of a mile on the dirt. Ed, scratches in here?
Yes, ma'am. Scratch a 2, Central Parking. Scratch a 2, Central Parking. Scratch number 5, Miss Sevilla. Scratch a 5, Miss Sevilla. I'm going to go first.
You go right on ahead, Ed. You take it away.
I'm going to go with 6, 7, and 9 in here. I'm going to go out there to Miss Marple. You're going to talk about speed on the lead. Michael Evans II, the trainer, is doing very well here. 2 for 3 in the money at Belterra Park. Rolando Aragon, his go-to guy, and these guys really do good work. They're winning 18% of the time together. In the jockey-trainer combo in the last 2 weeks are 7 for 9 in the money. I've got it underlined 3 times. Speed, and a little more speed. A beaten favorite the last 3 times out. I think Rolando Aragon, he gets it all done today on the lead. So Miss Marple is my top pick. And then I go to the 7, Sophisticated, Jose Bracho for Susan Anderson. I'm very impressed with the Susan Anderson barn. They do very good work there as well. 18%, dropping like a rock in the river from maiden special weight down to maiden claiming today. Jose Bracho aboard, and I can't say it enough. Flash some speed, the drop in class, and Susan Anderson, take all you can get from that. I'm a big fan there, and I would advise, before making your wagers, always take a look at that. And then I end up with number 9, Smart Buck. Troy Green is a trainer, Perry Utes aboard. 2 for 2 in the money at Belterra Park. So the 8th and final for me, Miss Ashley. I'm pretty stuck on that 6, 7, and 9.
Well, Ed, where you finished off is where I am going to start off. I am going to use Smart Buck, the 9 on top in here. This horse is going to find a little distance relief today. Has been running at a mile 70 to a mile his last 3 starts. Today, down going 3/4 of a mile, so getting a little bit of relief. His Equibase comment last time out was empty, so I think today getting a little bit of shorter relief in the distance is going to help him out a bit. Back in the maiden claiming class, going a shorter distance here. I think Perry Utes up in the irons today is going to make a world of difference for this horse. So for me, I'm going to put Smart Buck on top in here. And then I'm going to use Miss Marple, the 6 for second. Really only has just fallen short her last 3 races, beaten only a length or less each time out. She's going to fit really well in with this group, and I expect her to be right up there with the top finishers today. And for third, I'm going to go with the 8 horse High Meadows, another filly that's just been falling short in her last few races. Up in company a little bit today, but again, we're talking about maidens. Sometimes doesn't always make as much of a difference as we would like to think as when you're comparing it to the aged horses a little bit. So for me, I'm going to go 9, 6, 8 in the 8th. Going to use the 9 Smart Buck on top.
Well, that wraps up our handicapping show for today. Once again, we do have some programs down here. If you'd like to come down and grab one, please feel free. We'd love to say hello to you. Remember, it's going to be a great day of racing no matter what the weather. Stay dry. Enjoy the action. It's always red hot. And enjoy the 4th race today, the $75,000 guaranteed Jim Morgan Tada Stakes, our feature race. Miss Ashley, take it away.
Just like Ed said, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. It is a little rainy here, but we still look to have some really great racing action. Thank you all so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please honor America with the playing of our national anthem? Good afternoon and welcome to Belterra Park, Cincinnati. We have 8 live races this afternoon on tap with the first post of 12:35 p.m., which is about 18 minutes from now. Today's weather, cloudy, rain off and on. Temperature's about 78 degrees. The main track is good, and we are off the turf for the third race. Once again, off the turf for the third. Here are the changes for today's Belterra Park 8-race card. In today's first race, we have no changes. Second race, we have a scratch number 1, the plain one, My Good Fortune. Scratch the plain one, My Good Fortune. Today's third race, once again, is off the turf. We'll be going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Scratch number 1, McMott. Scratch number 5, Matthews 34. Scratch the 6, Better Dasher. Scratch the 7, Bad Joke Woke Folk. And scratch the 9, Little Red Rifle. Once again, the third race off the turf, going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Scratch the 1, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Today's fourth race is the Jim Morgan Tada Stakes for 2-year-old fillies, Ohio breds, going 5.5 furlongs. Number 1, Lady Jasper will be 4 pounds over. Number 4, Chicachula, 2 pounds over. Scratch, number 6, Here Comes Dolly. Scratch the 6, Here Comes Dolly. And number 7, Stealth Mode, will be 2 pounds overweight. Remember, the fourth race also kicks off the pick 5. Fifth race, overweights. Number 2, TK's Joker will be 1 pound over. And number 3, California Kitty, 3 pounds overweight. Today's sixth race, there are no changes. Also no changes in the seventh race. Eighth race, we have a pair of scratches. Scratch number 2, Central Parky. And scratch number 5, Miss Silvelia. Scratch the 2 and the 5 out of the 8th and final race. Those are the scratches as we have them so far in today's 8-race card here at Belterra Park. Main track is good. We are off the turf at race 3, off the turf today. Just a reminder to stick around for the 4th race today. We have the Jim Morgan Tada Stakes, $75,000 2-year-old fillies, going 5.5 furlongs for Ohio bred fillies. Thank you for joining us, and good luck.
Been waiting for the bus early. Have mercy.